I won't explain strategies and stuff like that, but I can explain the basic mechanics if you guys want. So you understand what's going on. So I since I obviously cannot share anything that we figure out doing PTR testings, but I can just tell you about the. So this is the first boss, Gnarlroot. Okay, so he does an AoE to the whole group and a ticking dot damage. Now he will do. Let me see here. He will spawn some ads eventually. Or it's lagging like fuck. Like they cannot even play the game. Oh yeah, here. We do one of the later pulls. Because it seems like it was lagging like fuck. This is PTR test, by the way. It's been the fucking laggy ass mess. Okay, so look here, guys. When he does this ability here, he will spawn some. You see, he'll do a line. And you need to dodge the line, obviously. And from this lines that he's dropping, he spawns some lashers. Okay? Now, people target it with the swirlies in a second. If you place them on top of the lashers, you will spawn the lashers. And they will become active. And when the lashers become active, for each lasher that becomes active, the group takes AoE damage, right? So if you spawn a lot of lashers in this phase using the swirlies here, the raid will also take more damage. So this is a good time to use a personal, let's say. Now, the reason why you want to spawn them in the first place is that if you don't, when the boss goes into his intermission 100 energy, he will also activate all of the lashers. So if you haven't activated any of them, you will take this fucking big-ass massive hit going into the intermission, right? So you can stagger the group-wide damage by spawning X amount of lashers staggered instead. That's a choice you have. Now, the only ability the lashers have is just a bleed, similar to like Brackenhide lashers. But you see on the raid frame that it only goes on the tank, not on random players. No DPS players are getting this debuff, you can see here on the frame. So it's only aggro target, which makes them kind of like whatever. So that's like phase one. Just some ads, some dodge, spawn the ads with the circle, and then a frontal. The intermission is a little bit more interesting. You'll see that in a second. And of course, the circles that they have, they also put poop on the ground, right? And he goes into his intermission when he reaches 100 energy. Can you guys see Hopeful's energy tracker anywhere? Oh, is this the... Oh, I see it. Okay, it's the red here. So he's a 92, 93, 94. Okay, this is the energy. So when he goes 100 energy, you'll see in a second. He does potent fertilization. You can see all of the raid damage, right? So when he goes into the intermission here, he's gonna activate all of these slashers. You can see, boom, they're spawning, doing group damage, boom, boom, boom. And then the boss becomes, he takes no damage right now, by the way. So he takes 0 damage. And look at this mechanic right now. Now there's an Armageddon type mechanic that you soak. And when you soak it, you take damage, you also get a debuff. And this debuff, well, you take damage while having the debuff, but you also can use this debuff to burn these branches around the boss. You'll see here in a second. So look here. So if you walk through these, you soak it, you take, and if they don't get soaked, it does damage to the whole group. And you can see he has 5 stacks. He also has weak or 5 stacks. Every time you walk into a branch, it clears a stack and burns the branch. Now, when you have cleared all of these branches or roots, whatever you want to call them, around the boss, when they're all turned red, the boss comes out of his intermission phase, and now he does... Now he takes... it does raid-wide damage doing this, but the boss also does 100%. He takes 100% increased damage. You can see people are just rotting during this. So it's a little bit of healing, but the boss takes 100% increased damage. You want to save up your, like, just pump him. This is just a full blast. Dum 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 bum bam 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 bam. Do as much damage as you can. You know, just like Hopeful here, doing 80k damage, 80k DPS. Really showcasing the strength of Arcane Burst right here.
Emotional damage.
I mean, it was a lag fest. I also felt like this playing Mage. It was fucking horrible. I couldn't play the game. Your Misty's thank you to sub and Silence as well for the 16 months. And then it's a repeat. One thing to add though is that every time he comes out of the intermission, he gets a 10% damage increase. So the boss does more and more damage the more intermissions you play. So being able to have enough damage to where you could potentially skip an intermission is pretty cool, right? If skipping intermission because you have a lot of boss damage is of course going to be a good thing to have. So that's first boss, and this is just a rinse repeat. Goes phase 1 into intermission, phase 1 intermission, phase 1 intermission, and when you break the intermission, you get 100% damage increase for 20 seconds. So it's important to have some kind of burst saved up for that 100% damage increase window, right? So that's pretty much, that's boss 1.